In the realm beyond death, there is no silence. There is judgment. Past the veil of mourning incense and funeral chants, the soul does not rise or fall. It begins a journey, not to paradise or damnation, but into a world eerily familiar. A world of officials, of paperwork, of judges seated behind scroll-laden desks. This is Diyu, the Chinese underworld. And at its heart are the 10 kings of hell, divine magistrates cloaked in ink and flame, balancing the sins and merits of every soul that crosses their threshold. They are not demons. They are not devils. They are the bureaucracy of the afterlife, deadly serious, divinely appointed. Let us descend into their courts, not to fear, but to witness a civilization that believed no sin is forgotten, no virtue is wasted, and no life escapes the ledger. Unlike the eternal heavens and hells of the West, the Chinese afterlife is not a final place. It is a process, rooted in Daoism, shaped by Buddhist karma, enforced by Confucian law. Diyu is a mirror of the imperial system. Souls are arrested, judged, punished, and reassigned. The afterlife runs on records and rituals, just like the empire. When a person dies, their spirit splits. The Hun, the ethereal ascending soul, the Po, the body-bound descending essence dragged by 2 fearful guardians, Oxhead and Horseface. The soul is taken to the first court. The trial begins, and 10 kings await, each with a court, each with a law, each with a verdict. Together, they form a machine of cosmic order, where no bribe passes, no excuse matters, and nothing is forgotten. But they did not always exist. In the oldest Chinese beliefs, there were no hells, only ancestors. Death brought remembrance, not retribution. Ritual offerings sustained the dead, and family lines stretched past the grave. But with Buddhism's arrival in the Han Dynasty came a new idea: karma. Actions now echoed beyond death. Rebirth was no longer guaranteed, it was earned. The Indian god Yama entered the Chinese pantheon as Yanluo Wang, King Yanluo, presiding alone over judgment. But China was not a land of solitary thrones. It was a land of bureaucracy, of ministries, audits, magistrates, and meticulous scrolls. And so, by the Tang dynasty, Yanluo was no longer sufficient. He was joined, multiplied. The 10 kings emerged, an afterlife administration mirroring the structure of Heaven's empire. Their hierarchy crystallized in the 10 Kings Sutra, a text popular across Tang and Song dynasties. Its stories echoed in murals, funerals, and festival prayers. These were no mythic wraiths. It was said their reach extended beyond death. Because these kings don't judge the body, they judge the soul. Let us walk their courts, one by one. King Qingguang, the first court, the beginning of the trial. Before the king stands the Mirror of Retribution, which reflects not the face, but the truth, every hidden act, every selfish thought. Souls of flawless virtue ascend without delay. Most continue downward. King Chujiang, the second court, the realm of blood, violence, abuse, physical cruelty. Punishment flows like flame, burning coffins, iron embraces, rivers of fire. This is karma purified through pain. King Songdi, the third court, crimes of greed and hunger, thieves, betrayers, adulterers. The body is split as the soul once was, dissected by desire. King Wuguan, the fourth court lies, rot the state, and here they rot the liar. Fraud, betrayal, political corruption, tongues pulled, mouths stuffed with one's own deceit. This is the reckoning of traitors and swindlers. King Yanluo, the fifth court, the classic figure, the karmic high judge himself. He hears appeals, revisits prior rulings, balancing justice, mercy, and cycle. Your hope lies here, or ends here. King Biancheng, the sixth court slanderers, vow breakers, the poison of the mouth. Flames and metal punish restless tongues, burning coals, silenced lies. King Taishan, the seventh court Confucian. China placed filial piety at its peak. Those who dishonored parents face ancestral judgment. The weight of guilt becomes literal, carried forever through the halls. King Dushi, the Eighth Court. This court guards the innocent beasts of the earth, hunters, animal abusers, those who desecrated nature. They are reborn with beast faces and chased through wilderness realms. You are what you harmed. King Pingdung, the Ninth Court, the king of equality. No crown survives, no coin protects. Deeds alone remain, and are weighed without fear or favor. All scores are settled here. Zhuanlun Wang, the 10th Court, the gate of return. The soul drinks Lady Meng's soup of forgetfulness. Memories vanish, and the wheel turns. Rich or poor, sage or fool. The cycle of rebirth resets, but always in consequence of karma. The 10 kings ruled not only the dead, they haunted the living. During the Ghost Festival, believed to be when the gates of Diyu open, families sent offerings, incense, joss paper, rice, not to the dead alone, but to the judges of the dead. Temples across China displayed their dread with honesty. Statues towering above the faithful, portraits steeped in gore and justice. This was not spectacle. It was warning. Buddhist and Taoist monks chanted each king's name as part of funerary liturgy. Scrolls of images, hell scrolls, were shown at ceremonies, vivid and brutal, not to terrify, but to instruct. Even literature remembered them. In Journey to the West, the Monkey King storms their halls, rips out ledgers, and rewrites fate itself. But for everyone else, no escape. To see the 10 kings is to see the moral engine of ancient China. Here, judgment is not simply punishment, it is correction. No soul is cast aside forever. Even the monstrous are meant to be refashioned, slowly, reborn better, trial by trial. Confucianism taught the power of ritual. Buddhism gave it karmic teeth. Together, the 10 kings enforced a worldview where every intention, every action, every sin was counted, and no virtue forgotten. In a land where emperors could be corrupted, these kings offered something sacred, a justice no mortal could manipulate. Imagine the comfort of a farmer, cheated by a landlord, knowing that somewhere, someday, that cruelty must answer. Every soul is entered in the ledger, and balance will be paid. So what awaits us after death? According to this ancient vision, a courtroom, a table, a mirror, and 10 kings who do not ask who you were, but what you did. They are not beasts, not monsters. They are reflections of our conscience, our laws, our deepest hope that justice exists beyond this world. And though the courts of Diyu are grim, they are not cruel, they are fair, which means they are watching, even now. Every soul passes through judgment. Every act echoes beyond life. But not even Diyu is the end, because once, long ago, the sky cracked, and from that ruin, a goddess rose, not to punish, but to restore the broken harmony of heaven and earth. Her name was Nua, and her scroll awaits you next.